Good morning, friends. This morning I'm tidying up this neglected little corner of our garden, and I just thought that I would turn on the camera and show you what I'm doing. So this particular part of our garden we actually don't use very much. It gets quite neglected. There is actually a pathway that goes up behind our garden shed that we can't access a lot of the time because this hedge gets completely overgrown. A whole lot of palm fronds from next door. It just is generally a bit neglected. Today the plan is I'm going to cut a path so I can get up to the compost heap with all of the palm fronds. Cut that back a little bit, but it's very early in the morning, so I'm trying to be a good neighbour and not make too much noise. I'll clear away the palm fronds, tidy up the hedge, make it look nice and neat. There's a couple of trees that have eventually died. I think there's just not enough sunlight in this particular area for those two types of trees, and so I'm going to cut them out, and then I'm hoping to make a feature out of the Bromeliads. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that as yet, but I'll work it out as I go. Okay, so let's get started. Hi guys, so it's a bit later in the day. Tommy's up and we've done breakfast, and I might have a little helper, I'm not too sure. We'll see how he goes. But just gonna cut out these dead trees and clean it up a little bit more. That seems dramatic, but it's actually a really prolific grower, so that's going to grow back in no time. Anyway, still working on that one. So I will bring you back when I've sorted out what I'm doing there. So I'm back. So I'm not 100% happy with this. I've got some other broms that are just up the fence that aren't in a very good spot. They're not loving life there. So I'm going to try attaching them to this tree. I've actually had it quite successfully happen up under one of my grapefruit trees. And so I thought I'd give this a try, see whether they like this spot better, and whether it just might improve things along here as well. So let's try that out. There's a really big spider where I just had my hand. I don't mind spiders, but they have their house and I have mine. I prefer that was quite separate. So here we have the final result. I would forgive you for thinking that it looked a bit better before I started, but it won't be long before this hedge recovers and looks amazing. We just really did need access to that park down the back there. The Bromeliads will take some time to kind of settle in and really start to look good, but I'm actually pretty happy with the result. There's a lot of mess to deal with as far as the compost goes, but I'm actually really happy. I can actually see this corner from my kitchen window, and so it was kind of weighing on me that it looked pretty terrible. So one thing I can recommend is anything you see on a regular basis, try and tidy it up or make it look as nice as possible, because it does affect the way you think about your garden. Thanks very much, guys, for hanging out with me.